What happens when someone in a crisis calls an emergency dispatcher? Local 3's Brianna McLean sat down with Michigan State Police dispatchers on how they handle difficult calls and how they take care of their own mental health.
When a person in a crisis makes a 911 call, we may not think about how taking those serious calls can affect the dispatchers on the other line.
There's several people that think, you're just a call taker. But another, I guess, cliche quote that I like is, if you could see what I hear. And the stuff that we've heard is gut-wrenching. We are the first line of defense. We're the ones that point everybody in the right direction. We're the ones that are trying to get all the information that we can.
Emergency dispatchers are trained on how to handle the worst of situations.
Some of the things that we've actually done through our training is taking care of the caller. We know that they're going through the absolute worst day of their life when they're on the phone with us. And we want to be that voice on the other end that helps them get through that day, because we know that after that point, their lives have changed forever.
But when your day job involves taking calls about car accidents, shootings, and other tragedies, it can have a serious toll on your mental health.
We feel completely helpless because we don't know what's going on. And unfortunately, a lot of times we don't know the end result. We don't know, okay, did we get help there in time? How bad is it? We helped them do CPR in progress. Did we help them save their 9-month-old child? And that's some of the things that we have to live with, and we do what we can to find out what we can with that. And on the flip side of that, one of the benefits is when you do help that 9-month-old child and you hear that child crying in the background, they're breathing, and the child's going to be okay. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
Holloway, like many other dispatchers, has ways to cope with the stress of the job.
Just talking about it. That's the first step with anything like that, is you don't want to let that stuff bottle up and take it with you when you get out of here. A lot of us have come up with different ways of coping / dealing / decompressing. Me personally, I do a lot of biking, and then in the wintertime, I officiate junior hockey, and just different things like that to help get your mind off of what happened with the call.
Christy Burris has been a dispatcher for over 30 years and is set to retire this year.
There's not a lot of people that retire from dispatch due to the stress of the job and due to the fact that there's not a lot of acknowledgement. And that's sad, but it's getting better.
One way it's getting better is through critical incident stress management, also known as CISM. Burris is co-coordinator of the Central UP CISM team.
CISM started in the late 60s, early 70s out in the East Coast. What it became of was first responders did not have anything. When we had a bad call, there was nothing there to help them through. They were just told, and you've heard it, man up, stay strong, you're fine. That wasn't working. The suicide rates were skyrocketing, and even now they're still high because the CISM, a lot of agencies aren't using it. It's starting to get a lot better. Our CISM team, the Central UP CISM team, was started in I believe it was the early 90s, and myself and Susan Andary just took over as co-coordinators, and we have gotten we're doing more training, we're getting more members, and we're just carrying on that legacy that our founders started.
The team focuses on job retention and stress management for dispatchers, law enforcement, and EMS in Marquette and Elder counties.
When we had a bad incident like we did, what we'll do is sometimes immediately before anybody goes off shift, we'll go talk to the people that were actually involved, make sure they're okay, give them a few pointers and tips that can help them to get through the next couple days. Then within 3-4 days, we'll have a debriefing. Anybody that was there will hopefully join in that debriefing, and we'll talk about what happened. It's not about what went wrong. It's not about what went right. It's about what's going on in your mind. Letting people know that what they're experiencing, pretty much no matter what it is normal, and that they need to have self-care.
Trooper Thomas Kinnunen has seen the benefits of CISM after an emergency situation.
There is a toll that first responders take of responding to these kind of incidents or situations, and it's normal. And CISM is here to help process and give us tools to get back on track and go forward. And it's not an easy overnight kind of thing. It's a process.
While the job as a first responder isn't easy, they want the public to know that they want you to make that call if you are struggling and will try their best to get the help you need.
Mental health is very important. We got to take care of ourselves and respect our limits and know our limits.
In Negaunee Township, Brianna McLean, Local 3 News.